lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
The beginning is definitely a good place to start. I just realised my volume was a little too low there. So, here we are. And after a small drink, we can carry on. So we're in a forest. There's like a tower ahead of us. Just like a text adventure.
I lived here until I was
You're
11,
in a forest.
but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
There's a tower in the distance. There's a flower ahead of you. And a path to your right. We follow the path to our right. What's this? A little mailbox?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago.
Bills from 7 years ago. Oh yeah. Well, somehow don't think they're going to be urgent anymore. I think we can probably close that and keep moving.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis.
No trespassing. Just push that gate wide open. You're not trespassing. It's a family home.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
A key to unlock
Maybe
something.
she thought I'd know.
But we don't know what. What's
She thought
this?
the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. Literally some birds on a sign. So yeah, this is more story-based, story-driven. Obviously we were playing The Division. We will probably come back to it
But I saw a few hoof prints.
at some point. I was just a little burned out on it. Briefly. Oh, there's a deer. Oh dear. And it's run away. Apparently it was munching on some crisps.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
She inherited the house. She sounds like she's
But now
about
I had
14.
questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Houses don't have answers. Houses don't speak. But here's the house.
The house was exactly
That's the tower
like
we saw.
the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Yeah, it's like a big stack of random locks stuck on top of each other. Nothing in the car. Lots of frogs around. It's like a... What was that? It's like a giant wooden alligator? Picture about a missing child. Can we go this way? What is that? It's like a weird alligator thing. Oh, that's interesting. Some sort of play thing? Who knows? Well, let's go. Let's go up this hill to the house. It's a hell of a crazy looking house.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Well, it's understandable why it would make you
As a
uncomfortable.
17-year-old, I knew exactly.
Oh, yeah, she's 17,
what
there we
those
go.
words were. I was afraid of the house.
So the house is scary. What have we got? We've got a cat flap. Go in the cat flap. Wind chimes somewhere. There. Above the door. Okay, well, that's not the way in. So let's go up to the front door.
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Some sort of animal. Does that mean we should be going in the... Do we really want to go in there? We're using the cat flap to look.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
So what is in here? Something's in here. Apparently. All the cleaning supplies. I would expect if it's 7 or 8 years, maybe they've dried out or, you know, lost their... Nothing in the chest freezer. No food. Hope she's brought some with her, because there's a light switch. Does the power work?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Yeah. Well, if there was a noise coming from in here, whoever was making it
First time in
has
years,
moved.
I felt like I was home.
If you say so. As you say, it's a
But
bit of
instead of a family, there
creepy
were just
looking house.
memories of one.
just memories of a family. Cookbook
Like
left
how
sitting.
after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except
No,
our cat, Mom.
that's a lot of canned salmon. Well, at least she'll have some food to eat. Recipe for an apple pie. There's definitely noises coming from somewhere. What about the back here?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
So, you
It
left
was like
the
a bomb
table
had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
as it was. Wheelchair.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, it was the grandma. So the grandma was there. Now she's got her name written on that wheelchair, so I can assume that maybe she was living at some kind of home, and that she was there
Nothing in the house looked abnormal.
for a
There
meal.
was just too much of it. Like a smile
It is
with too many teeth.
pretty over
Even
full
the
of stuff.
fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
So that, okay, so there was some subsidence. Oh, do we go up the chimney? Obviously not, but it's an interesting table. Not much here though. I wonder what the noise was that we heard. Door into the basement.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Yes, okay, the key doesn't go to the basement. Got like a music box, is it?
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara,
A music
along with
box.
the rest of the house.
Oh, so he built the house for somebody. A house that... Okay. I'm pretty sure there's movement upstairs. Because when I wasn't moving, someone was.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What is that? Just a load of packing peanuts? What's this door? It's got like sealant round it. Oh, what's this?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay, so her brother's missing. Okay. A lot of books on the stairs. It's a bit of a mess, this house.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
So all the bedrooms were sealed up. Let's have a look. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
It's an interesting room. Not much to see there. Right, well that room's not sealed.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
That's not a sealed
Lewis
room.
told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Does that open the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea book? It does. Why is there a book locked to a wall?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Okay, and now we can open this.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What's in here? What is in here? Crayons, a pram of some kind,
Reading this,
And
maybe it sounds like I have
stained
a
glass
plan,
window, and away
but
into
I had
another
no
room.
idea what was behind that door.
Was this the room we were just looking in a minute ago?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Yeah, I'll say. No idea at all.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Okay. Gerbil cage? That looks fairly modern for somebody that died in the 40s.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah. Crazy. Is this Molly?
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
Yeah, that's Molly.
Before my mom sealed the doors.
What's this? Dear Diary, I'll be gone
December
soon.
13th,
Oh.
1947.
Let's listen.
Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
Okay.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Didn't eat your gerbil, did you?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
You ate the gerbil food. Just as long as you don't eat the drop-ins. What's this?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
No more Halloween candy. That's a shame.
Mom, can I come out now?
Why was she locked in her room?
It's late. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Okay. So what happened to her, I wonder? Gone very dark all of a sudden. And there was no... Well, there was a cabinet of some kind there. Got a bathroom in her room, which is interesting.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, what is this? You're gonna brush your teeth. You're eating toothpaste. I don't think you're supposed to do that.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Why are you eating... No, don't eat those. There's nothing outside the window. She ate a lot of things.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Chirping outside my window, so she ate the bird.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her,
And her window's chained.
and suddenly,
What in the world?
I was a cat.
She turned into a cat. Suddenly she was a cat. What the hell? Okay, now I'm confused. Can we get back in the window? No. Oh, there we go.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
We're jumping like a cat from one place to another. Oh, it's not going to let us catch it. Suddenly she was a cat.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oh, they were in bed. We're walking along the... So yeah, okay, the girl turned into a cat. Very nice. Just so she could catch a bird.
I jumped and I almost got her.
No, almost got isn't got though, is it?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Yeah, you probably catch it soon. Where'd the bird go?
Now I was up in the big tree.
Yeah, you are.
I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
Well, luckily
All I
you're
cared about
not a
was
little
eating.
girl right now. You're a... She wanted to eat a bird.
I
That's
gobbled
her.
up,
She gobbled up the bird,
and suddenly I was an owl.
and suddenly she's an owl.
First, all I heard was the wind.
Okay, so
Then
now
I
we're
heard her
flying.
teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh. She's hearing her prey. Mice or whatever. Just flew into a wind thing.
Rabbits.
Well, there we go. Got one. Dinner time.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Oh goodness.
I
Don't
swallowed
imagine
it,
that.
and I didn't chew one bit.
What in the
Then
world?
I flew off to find something bigger.
Something bigger than a rabbit for an owl? What are you going to find? A person? A small child? What exactly is she eating? Seems to be eating
Another
everything.
rabbit.
Oh, another rabbit. Got her.
She was almost too big to carry. I
I
started
carried it anyway.
but I couldn't stop eating.
Maybe you should stop eating.
But suddenly, I was a shark.
Well, but that's not much use. You're in a tree. A shark in a tree. How much use is a shark going to be in a tree? Maybe we can get some water. Because I don't think a shark's much use in a tree, I'm going to be honest. Or a
I
road,
rolled
for that
off the
matter.
boat and into the ocean.
Is that the ocean,
Now,
or...
I was hungrier than ever.
Okay, well there's something. Looks like there's something. On the other side of these
I wanted fat,
plants.
juicy seals.
Seals? Okay, so now we're eating a seal.
Tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Did it? Alright. All you did was the flipper though, you didn't eat the whole thing. Oh no, there it is. We're following the blood trail
Grabbed on tight.
of a seal.
Oh, but I was so hungry. I jumped out of
I'm
the
confused, what's going on?
water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Well, where are we? What am I? Am I a snake?
Now I was
Appeared to
a
be.
monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
A monster? I don't want to be a monster. What exactly? Oh wait, there's a person over there. Well, let's eat him.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Well, that's no use, don't move that way. Okay. We've got a person here. And now we're eating a person. What are we exactly? The Kraken? We've got a door.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
She didn't want to stop. Kind of understandable. You're a monster. Eat him, that's what we should do with the drunken sailor, apparently. It looks like that's what we're going to do anyway, I'm assuming. Right. Let's go around behind him. This is interesting, I mean, once you get to grips with the controls... Tasty. Looks like we're just eating people right up. There's someone else behind this counter. Oh, well. Sorry, there was someone else in the kitchen, I think. which we probably have to get to by going outside. It's a bit weird. Ah. Oh, there we go. We got somebody.
After the last passenger, I
The last person. She's still hungry.
water and swam something new. Something I had to
And she
have,
found something new.
So I swam towards it.
What are we doing? We're turning into animals and eating things.
I
Let's see.
slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
A good smell in an old pipe. That sounds unlikely. But we will follow the smell. So now we can go up things. Oh, we're in the toilet. I'm assuming that this is her room again.
I got closer and closer.
It's her room. Yeah, it's her bedroom. So what exactly was this good smell? The gerbil, of course. Which is... Is it up here? Guess we'll not find out because... Oh no, here we go. Something over there. All my stomachs.
All my stomach started growling,
Started growling. Okay.
and suddenly I was me.
Suddenly I was me
I
again.
held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, you're scared that there's a monster under the bed.
Sleep, but it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know.
Uh-oh.
I will be delicious.
Right, okay. So it's like a snake and it's... Well, I don't know if it was a snake. It's like a weird monster. That was a strange dream.
I'm not sure if I believe
So Molly...
but I'm sure Edie would have.
Crazy. Not crazy, but... Well, I think we've probably done everything we can with that for now. And that does open. Something over
This will
here.
be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Well, there we are, looking down into
Edie
the,
would
like, the
have, but Mom
lounge.
didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted
another
a stray
window.
kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
So she named the stray kitten Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Okay. Just a bit.
Her room was like a museum.
Like all the other rooms, a bit of a mess, isn't it? We've got one of those viewer
For
things.
500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune
Okay.
and misfortune.
Hmm.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife.
Oh, so there's a
Ingeborg,
family
and their
curse.
newborn son,
Okay.
Johann. On January 7th, 1937,
Set sail
he
with his
set sail
family.
with his family
And his house. So his house is a
hoping to leave the
boat?
curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
So wait, when they said it sunk, they mean sunk in the water?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Huh? I wondered about the
Odin was
accent.
first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
But now it makes sense, they're from Norway or whatever.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Yeah, so they're building a new house. And that's it. So
Whatever's
Odin
wrong with
Finch.
this family, it goes back a long ways.
It would appear to be the case, yeah. It is a long line of misfortune. There's a chicken on that door. Or is it a finch? Maybe it's a finch. You know, their name's Finch. So maybe that's what... Maybe the bird's a
When
finch.
Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could
Killed by a
also see he was
dragon?
building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Oh, that'll be what we
She
saw
could
outside
have, but
then.
she didn't.
That'll be the...
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Probably a lot less stress going on and... Oh my word. Got a pink bathroom. She liked her
The
champagne.
only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It's a horrible mark that's been left on the house
It
in
was
this
a pretty big trace.
pink bathroom. It's horrendous. It's not just a pretty big trace, it's horrible. Well, does this key open this as well? There's a secret in this bathroom. Is there? And what is that secret?
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Yeah,
It's in the last place you would look.
in the last place you would look. Generally
It's in
things...
the cupboard.
Yeah.
It's hidden in this book.
It's hidden in the book. Oh, we've got another place to climb into by the look of things. See what we can find out in here.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished.
It's like a dark
He
room.
never put it down.
But nothing really... Well, nothing at the moment stands out as usable. Oh, there's a place we can crawl under.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Brother had been here before her. Push that away. Oh, where are we? Fort Calvin. Is this Milton's room?
I
It
knew
is.
Grandpa Sam had a twin.
He had a
He
twin.
never talked about him.
Okay. Why not?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history.
We're in
any
the
more than
command
my mom
center.
did.
Didn't like history. Calvin. 1980
How
to...
I want to remember my brother.
Let's
by
see.
Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind,
I guess
that
this is
was
just
it.
a voyage through the family. So we're having a swing. We're swinging. We're swinging at a funny angle. What exactly are we doing? He's not swinging
My
properly.
brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
That's not a happy thought, is it? Is this all we're gonna do with this? Just swing. We're just swinging. Having a good time swinging. Something's round his foot. Is there something we can look at around that foot, or is that just... No. So that's how we get to the menus. Is all we're doing just swinging? I feel like that's something we should be looking at, but we can. Can we just stop swinging? Is that something that's possible? Oh wait, I see. Ah, you can swing with both feet.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore.
That's
we'd
why it
never be
wasn't
afraid
working.
again. And he wasn't.
Jump right off. Don't jump
I
off.
think Calvin always wanted to.
That's more like it. Oh, we're definitely on the verge of flying if we do that.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Uh-oh.
I told him going around was impossible.
He's definitely swinging up quite a bit.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
He's wanting to go round the bar, round the branch.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
He's trying to go over the branch.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
I think he probably had. I don't think you could have done much
That's
to
what I
stop
wanna
him.
remember about my brother.
Well, they didn't give up. Trying to swing round a branch. There you go. Done it. Now slow down.
The day he made up his mind to fly.
Wow. That's a bit of a launch. That's a pretty massive launch that he just did there. Okay, so now we know about
Calvin's story felt
Calvin.
strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember
So he
trying
died
to
when
do
he was
the exact
11.
same thing.
Yeah, most people think that they can go round the bar on a swing, you know. I'm pretty sure I thought that when I was
Edie
little,
rubbed
you
off
know.
Calvin's
Hey,
arm.
let's go round the swing. But I also kind of knew that it wasn't possible
Mom
as
said
well.
Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Hmm. Sounds like it. And this is some kind of secret door? Yep. Another handle we can pull. And lift another bookcase. There's an awful lot of secret passages in this house. And there's a Halloween face there. But yeah, this house is filled with secret passageways.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Those are the steps. What's here before we go on the stairs? So Barbara
Growing up,
Finch.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
A child star? So you had a relative who was a child
I never
star.
thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
So, okay, so when all the family members died, they sealed up the rooms, and then presumably they...
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this.
Presumably they, just built a new room when...
Oh, Jack here with another.
Oh, it's going to be like a Tales from the Crypt type of storyline here by the look of things.
His most unfortunate family. I'm calling it the surprise ending of Barbara Finch.
Okay. If you say so, creepy guy.
Child star, Barbara was famous for her scream.
Okay, so she was in horror films.
16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention.
Was she still capable of it, though?
Movie fans. It was just the boost her career.
I actually really like this game.
Unfortunately,
Like, I really like the
scream hadn't
the various angles it uses to play out the history of this family.
I think you just need the right motivation.
It's really quite good.
Chang and current boyfriend Rick
Of course.
was about to demonstrate when
Yeah, like that.
Now that was a great scream.
it was
Yeah.
Barbara's father,
Why?
Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to
And
the
chopped his fingers
emergency
off.
room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Could she
Okay,
not just
I'm
take him
hearing
with her?
frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried?
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. It looks like they're terrorizing us.
You're right. Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is
There wasn't.
winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
We need to go find that music box again then.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
That's a little disturbing.
For the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Okay. So if we go back downstairs, we'll take a look at the basement. There's a light swinging. We're getting the theme music from Halloween. It's actually the theme music from Halloween as well.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
And then he pops out from somewhere and she accidentally kills him. Well, there's a bloody handprint over there. There's some blood on the floor. Someone's been dragged.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill.
Hookman Killer.
His family 10 years ago
Table
tonight.
saw. I'm assuming that's the saw that her dad hurt himself on. Can't see anything. Apart from a door. Oh, a refrigerator. Someone's inside. Oh. Just smashed her boyfriend in the face with a crutch.
I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not.
Well, that wasn't
scared.
very nice.
Furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Yeah.
She threw him out, but she kept
Oddly enough,
to remember him.
you're getting the emotional
Have you seen my
motivation right.
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Okay. And then what happened?
Later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Those people.
Okay, I'm coming up. But if
It's
this
those
isn't
people,
Finch,
isn't it?
you're dead, Walter.
Yeah, he might already be. Ah, we got the music again. That chair's swinging. I wasn't on that chair. So who's upstairs? Oh, I'm not scared of flowers. What's that?
Walter, are you there?
Is he?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
He'd vanished.
Describe the man as 6 feet tall with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged
I think we're going to turn around to see this person.
suspicious activity.
Yep. There he is.
Returned, saw the hookman, and
Smash him in the face with a crutch.
was speechless.
It's her dad.
He was quite smashing. And he realized he couldn't
Okay.
get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Well, I think there is a secret passage, but I can't remember where it is. Interesting that they chose to use the Halloween theme music.
She played her part beautifully.
Sneaking around the house. Well, presumably this room was still sealed. Can we go out the window?
Thought of abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Yeah, she can't just abandon her brother.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years.
Hadn't opened this door in years. Yeah, the hinges groaned. And he tripped. And he went over the balcony.
He wasn't,
And he's dead.
but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Yeah, I go down the stairs, he'd be gone. We're using the Halloween theme music. There could never be. He's not going to be there when we get down. Guaranteed he will not be on the floor. Told you.
The hookman had vanished.
Run away.
For his breathing, but all she heard was...
Ding dong. Uh-oh.
At the door, she heard whispering.
Whispering.
It was coming from inside the house.
What? Turn around. Smack them in the face.
Oh dear.
Beat them up. Oh, it's a surprise party. Wait, so who was that we knocked off the thing?
Monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara,
Wait, what?
a dream come true.
But
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was
going to be eaten.
famous. And with her final breath, Barbara
She let out the scream at last.
performance of her life.
She let out that scream that she wanted to. Really?
I wasn't there myself, but
Oh yeah, obviously.
Barbara was magnificent.
Was she?
Girl. She had a taste for stardom. But
Alright, Pumpkin Man.
so did her fans. Of
Yeah.
course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night.
I bet she had his crutch.
Little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time.
Wait, so he was that little bugger?
All pretty hard, but that's another story.
He must be terrified.
Tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Her ear was in the music box.
What I call a real eerie tale.
Yeah. This is definitely like a Tales from the Crypt style story there. And there's her ear. So,
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was
Barbara.
to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
yeah, that comic was certainly absurd. Right, I don't think there's anything else in this room. The only thing I do remember seeing, yeah, it was another path down here. What's this? Yeah, get back inside. Then we'll go out to
I
the
guess
right.
now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yep. I guess now you do.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Yeah. Well, she was a star.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Looks like it, so I'll have to find a key for those. But we have got knowledge of where the key is to get into the basement now.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Yeah. Maybe they removed the key. Just a thought. There we go. One key. Great. You know, at least when we were upstairs, we had some natural light to use. It's actually fairly well lit, all things considered. Basements, eh? People always get very
Mom said the basement was off limits.
freaked out about basements.
Unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Is there a... There's no blood on there, at least. But there's his designs for that snake thing, I guess. It's dark.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
She was carrying packages into the basement. It's probably human meat.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
It's a little ghoulish, I know.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh, what's this? Some sort of secret passage. Oh. I say some sort of secret passage. There's already lots of secret passages.
I remember asking Mom
there's
once about where
light.
Walter had gone.
Can't see anything. Where are we going? Oh, there we go.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
He ran away. Oh, it's like a nuclear bunker
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
full of food.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Yeah, it seems that way. Some trains, toy trains, and Walter. He died much later.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years in the basement.
On
Wait, so he
this
was
day,
there the whole time?
I didn't think I'd survive a week.
She was bringing food to him for all those years.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Yeah,
Having
some
a
nice
schedule.
60s music for him to listen to while he's...
I always expected
Music
to
from
be
his
dead
childhood.
tomorrow.
No doubt.
But if you wait long
Oh, 70s.
you get used to anything.
Oh, the same vibrations. And now we're listening to 70s music.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost
It
friendly.
wasn't a monster though, was it? Some sort of aftershocks or quakes? Is it just tinned
And then one
peaches he's
day,
eating?
Everything just stopped.
It was just normal.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone.
Hmm.
Maybe you got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Maybe you got tired of eating tinned peaches. Every day.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
I'm guessing he got no food.
I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Yeah, I think you might. Suppose you got to try it. Except we can't go anywhere. Oh wait, there's something there. Oh, there was like a floor level hatch to escape through? Okay. So I guess we're going down there. So what's down here? More
I know it's out
packages
there
of
somewhere.
stuff. The monster.
Whatever killed Barbara.
Well, you know, you'll never know what that was. I think they're different. I mean, I think they might be different things, but... Oh, I thought we could go down there, but that looks like just where we put in trash.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Oh, and then we're beating our way through the wall.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
And he beat his way through the wall.
Whatever's out there, I want you
Oh.
to know I'm ready for it.
It's like a train tunnel. He's gonna get hit by a train.
Appreciate all of it. Especially
Just go
the
over to the
food.
side. Just in case a train comes.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
As long as he can live it free.
I'd be happy with one new day.
Hmm.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Yeah. Knew it. Knew it would be that.
Walter died when I was 6.
Hmm.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah. Just imagine he was down in the basement
I'm sure my
the
mom was
entire
trying to
time.
protect me.
That's why we weren't supposed to go in the basement. But let's see. Did they brick up the tunnel he created for himself, I wonder?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Probably. Don't think anything changed
But
there at
she
all.
never told me about an uncle under the house.
What else didn't she tell you about?
I can only imagine what else she was
Ah,
up to.
look, yeah.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she
Hole
made,
is still there.
trying to bury something that's still alive.
What just happened?
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2,
Tunnel again.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
Yeah. Was it worth it?
and found out what happened to everyone else.
Don't go
Now
out here and get hit by a
the stories
train.
Themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse.
I don't think there's going to be any risk of trains coming now. So that was his memorial, I guess. Yeah, no trains are coming down that line. But we have got a path.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Probably not. There's
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with
some
me.
sort of memorial up there. I wonder if we can get to that.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Motion sensing lights.
And the history you're a part of.
Yeah.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Pretty lost. Like, seriously wondering what exactly happened to this family.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
What's over here? Yeah, I think they probably did. I think they probably believed that they were under some sort of curse from monsters. I don't think we want to walk on there. So I guess we're going up. Up this way. I do wonder what all these extra rooms on the upper floor were about. I wonder, can we get to those? I guess we're following this path. Oh,
And when you look at the house,
this
that
was where the
history
swing
of
was.
imagination and stubbornness and madness,
Yeah.
any of it seems possible.
I mean, you know, some of it certainly doesn't seem possible, but I suppose it depends how you feel.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Probably. Bike. Doesn't look
What
particularly
kind of family finishes
rusted
building
up.
a cemetery before starting the house?
Well, one whose family dies very often.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but
Here we
the
go.
pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
All the pets that died.
3 of the
Derpy.
gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, and Zerpy. Not very clever with names, are we?
Sven built
Here we
the
go.
house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Who do we have? Molly Finch, 10 years old. Calvin Finch, 11. Sven Finch was a bit older than that when he died. Was that like 50? 49 years? Edie, 1917 to 2010, so she had a pretty good innings. 1952 to 2005. Barbara, 44 to 60. Okay, so yeah, it didn't.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea.
None of them lived
My
very
mom was
long.
always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Edie's monument to Odin. Not the Greek god, but her family member. The Greek god? The Norse
She could
god?
see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, that over there.
Edie
This.
said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, it's the sunken house. Okay. I get you. So that was the old house. The boat. And there's a monument to it as it sinks beneath the waves. Was that all we had to do there? Just look at that house? Well, yeah, 'cause we can't use that anymore, so I guess so. And I guess we're walking back
Edie's
to the
side was always easier for me to understand.
other house. Easier.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
More dead.
Her dad had
Gregory.
been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was
1 year
just
old.
trying to do better.
33. Less, you know. What are we looking at? Sorry, hang on. Like 13. A lot of very young ones as well.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect
Milton.
us. We never
Or
found
92.
Mom's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Okay. But her brother's been missing all those years. Sanjay Kumar. Okay. Lewis Finch. 88 to 2010? Don't know. Let's go back.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
What, to come back to this
Come back
house?
someday.
There's a ladder.
Find everything out for myself.
Can we go up this ladder or is it going to break? Looks like we're okay to climb it. A table in the
Looking back on it
treetops. Mm-hmm.
If she
And we're
told
back
me
at the
there was
house.
gonna be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh yeah, no, that's probably not a very good idea. It probably wasn't a sensible idea, to be honest. Can we get up on here? Oh, there we go.
I
This is
never
the way
met
to get up
Chris.
to the next floor.
I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Did they?
They were both pretty intense.
They like bearskin rugs. Okay, so this is Sam. Let's have a look at Sam. What are these pictures?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
It's his photography.
Memories are gonna last a lifetime.
So they are.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Not quite.
Pretty blurry photographs.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
What
Hey.
picture?
Language.
Yeah, don't use that kind of language. This picture.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
Wasn't a great picture, but
I'm
good
gonna
enough.
take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
What are we taking pictures of?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
There's a picture to take.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm
That's
just
a pretty
saying,
cool picture.
I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
Well, not really, it's very out of focus.
You know who else thought he was
I don't
gonna
think
be
we
fine?
can...
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're
There we
always
go.
serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Okay.
Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Possibly.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Was it?
Your grandpa's
Good.
friend taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail.
Some fish.
Deer everywhere.
A thermos.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
That would be a nice picture, yeah.
Give me a minute to check the map.
You do that. There's a bird.
Good eyes, Don.
There's a deer up there too. That's quite a good shot.
Before you take the shot.
Looks like we're taking pictures of Bigfoot. Can't even see. Well, here we go.
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination.
Shooting a gun. We can see. Oh, we want a shot of the deer, don't we?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive...
See if it lifts its head. Oh,
Great
okay.
shot, Don!
You caught a picture as she fired.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
He's proud of it. Wait a minute, I'm moving. What's going on? Oh, he's going up to...
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Okay. I didn't realize we were supposed to be doing that.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's...
totally
Oh yeah, there'll be some twitching.
Focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh! Oh! It was alive and it butted him off the cliff. Nice.
Of all these
Or not.
stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
What, that he fell off the... that he got headbutted off a cliff by a deer? That's the story that you wanted to know.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Yeah. Not necessarily a great thing to do, is it? Okay, what's this room? An incomplete room by the look of things. To me, that's what it looks
After
like.
Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Hmm. A baby security gate. And there's a nursery of some kind up here. Oh, for more than one child. Let's have a look at this. What's this? Is this like a divorce contract?
Dear Kay, do you remember
Let's see.
the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Hmm.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What exactly are we doing with this frog? Yay.
It's time to...
She left a baby in the bath on his own.
Hold on, sweetie.
Really?
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, there's some bubbles with some more duckies. Go on, duck. Have a swim. I really want to know what happened to this child.
You reminded me so much of Calvin.
The ducks are dancing.
Lost in his imagination.
Yay, oh, he's disturbing the ducks. Yay, this baby's having some fun with his imagination. Do, 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 do. Wasn't this in 2001 A Space Odyssey, this song? It's starting to feel a bit like that. It's just like weird little things tied together. Do, do, do. Good old ducks. Doing a bit of a spinning dance. Wonder if we can get this ball into the middle. Don't think we can, but we got a letter off. And another one.
Whatever it was, he saw.
Oh, wow. He can... Look, he's got, like, things coming after him now. We can get these other letters off, maybe. I don't know, actually. Oh, there we go. Big jumps. Big jumping frog. There we go, another letter gone. I'm just thinking of what's around. These ducks are being a pain. There we go, one more letter to go. Oh, we're on top of a whale. There's the last letter gone. He's in like a little cupboard or something. Yay, we knocked all the letters of Gregory's name into the bathtub. Looks like there's something on this whale. We turned him over, so now he's having a swim too. Doesn't really have anything to do there though. It's like a little weird... What else am I supposed to do? I don't really understand what's next. Oh! Ah!
I know how silly it sounds.
He got the shampoo in the water.
That I
The bubble
worried about
bath.
the baby being too happy.
Yeah, how's that possible?
But I could feel him slipping away.
Yay.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
Should have even noticed that all that stuff fell in the bath.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Why? She's left him in again.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory.
I wish he could have told us.
Uh-oh,
The
no.
world he saw.
Can't turn the water off.
There's so much I don't understand
Oh.
about Gregory.
Yeah. How about how he's a green frog person? I mean, obviously. And there's his whale.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
And the bath plug. Well, it was her fault, because she wasn't watching him. I'm guessing it's going to be... Oh, I'm sure he is, yeah. I'm sure he was very happy drowning in a bath.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I'm sure he was. To be honest, because that's what he did. Because apparently putting a baby behind a wall in like a glass compartment with a bath in it? Not sensible. Whose idea was that? What else is here? An empty bed that says Dawn above it. No mattress or anything.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing
Gus.
poetry yet.
A poem for Gus,
Oh,
who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
okay.
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
I see. Are we supposed to be looking at this, or...
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Mm-hmm. We're doing some kite tricks while we watch this. See if we can do a figure eight.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a step.
Try it again now that we've got a bit more space.
Husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Can he land this on people? No. Tried to talk about it without near her. We don't need a stepmom were the words that she remembers. Okay. Does it? Do we have any more of the thing? There we go. Oh, so we can move it. Okay. But we can't go on that. There's no crashing through the words this time. I'm confused. This doesn't seem to... do much. Oh, wait a minute. Thought maybe we could move that. Doesn't look like it though. Aha! Well, that did something.
When the
What?
time for photos came, Dad ordered
There we
him
go.
to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, lovely. What a lovely thing to do. I'm sure your dad was very happy. I'm sure he was very happy that he did that. It's not really surprising. I mean, he didn't want to have anything to do with the pictures. But I could maybe try not being horrible about it. I can't even see... Where am I supposed to put the kite next? There? There are words there that are trying to form.
And panicked geese
Oh, there we
appeared
go.
and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Uh-huh. They went in the tent, which is over there. And what happened? He get dragged away by his kite. Now I got something following my kite. Are these the geese? He's representing the geese at least. Totem pole. Does this totem pole get knocked down? Maybe it lands on top of him? I don't know. You can't hit the people with it. Oh wait, here's some more words that we're collecting up into... We're picking up chairs!
Nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Woo! We're throwing chairs around. And we're gonna get struck by lightning.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
So they just turned up the music and carried on partying. While this kid was outside flying his kite around in a storm. And then the tent went too. Oops.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea and foam.
Yeah, the seriously crazy storm.
Until we found you.
Dead. It's all about death.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh, okay. Good idea. Can't punch the punching bag. Oh, there's something here though. Climbing wall.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Okay. I'm not sure if she said she was pregnant earlier. I don't know if
it was
climbing a
hard.
climbing wall is a clever idea. So this must be like the top of that tower. It's not like a lot of space taken up. I would assume that her mother
She
probably
spent the summer
wants
building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad. So
to have her memorial there. Ah, so that was the Sanjay person that died. That we couldn't work out.
religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Uh-huh. Suppose sometimes it does.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Right. And what did he do? Did he dive off something or
When my dad died,
think he could fly? What?
Mom knew where else to go.
Dawn,
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her
Lewis,
back.
Milton, Edith. These are all of. So they had little planters for putting flowers and other plants into.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Or just build more random attachments to the building.
Things were good. Almost normal.
So this is their a home classroom or something? With a nice big picture window. Great job.
But it didn't
Yeah.
last.
They were homeschooled apparently. Ooh, windy.
At the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
You got given a castle. Is that this? We can look in the little peephole.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Nothing we can really do with that. Can we walk around the outside? Oh yeah, look, there's a window we can open. So we can go through here. Are those kid-sized footprints? A lot of paint around. So this was his bedroom? I mean, I don't know about you, but as a kid that would be a pretty cool bedroom. And there's his memorial. Although obviously no one really knows whether he's actually dead or not.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Okay. Show me what it is. Oh, it's a flick book. Okay, go. No, can we look at it again? Because yeah, there we go. It's a picture of him. It's a flick book of him painting and sneezing. It's a big flick book. It seems to be never ending almost. And a black door. Oh, he's like crafted a door. And that's it. Interesting.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
She was 4 when he disappeared. Still higher we can go. Anything else of interest here before we go back down? No, not really.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Yeah. I don't know if sealing the doors was the best idea.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
So he found something in the house. Anything around here before we... No. Okay, well then in that case, let's go round to the house again, and we can go left up these stairs. See where they take us. They look a bit dangerous.
Mom blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
What's this? This is Lewis's room.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except
That's a weird
Lewis.
looking room. That is a strange looking room. Oh, we can get into it through this boat window? Interesting. So he used a boat window as a bedroom window. The front end of a boat, that's...
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
beer and other
Lewis and I
substances.
spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them.
Oh, he's got like a... Is that like a rip-off of one of those Wonder Swan consoles? Or maybe it's like a... Kind of looks like... I don't know. PC with 2 screens? And what's this?
Dear Mrs. Finch,
Drug
as
abuse.
a
What a
psychiatrist,
surprise.
I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Throw the fish over there, I see.
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew.
Just chopping up fish.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What's that? His mind began to wander. Can't grab anything.
Wander.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, look, he's got like a little room that he's walking around.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
I've got to use one hand to move this.
And things that have not names. He knew it
Getting a
was
bit
all in his
weird.
head.
We just went through a chopped up fish.
I had hoped he'd find himself.
And it's getting more and more detailed as we go.
But he found something more.
What is it?
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Oh, it wouldn't take much for him to accidentally put his hand inside this thing.
But he said Lewis had become a model employee.
Yeah, because he was inside his own mind the whole time.
Like a whole new Lewis.
Which, you know,
So I
sometimes
let
that's
him
what you
go
do
on.
when you're at work. You just get into your particular routine.
I even encouraged him.
Okay, we're still chopping
It
fish,
seemed
even
very
though...
promising at first. He told me
Still
he'd made a
chopping
new
fish,
friend.
but... What, that dog?
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Lewis Topia.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made
Yeah.
musicians.
He made all sorts of stuff. What are we doing? People playing music to us as we walk along the street.
And songs
Interesting.
for him to play.
So he had a pretty vivid imagination then,
About
this
starting a band.
this guy.
And he was always humming something.
Was it ever anything
His
good?
imagination grew stronger.
Yeah,
He no longer spoke at
certainly seems to be the case.
but his
What, he
chopping
just-
was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him
Yeah. What did?
that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet,
Weren't real?
were all in his imagination,
Yeah.
so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor,
Held an election?
and he won.
Not really surprising.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was
It wouldn't be
already
much of
wandering.
an imaginative thing
It became
if,
a game for him.
we're still chopping fish.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Yay, more... Got new cities that he's making. St. Louis.
He started drifting
I hate
away
to tell you,
from
but
our
there's already a
reality.
place slightly similarly named to that. Oh, put that fish in there.
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis
One day he
Lewis.
forgot to go home from the cannery.
Well, they
Even
just
as his
left him
mother pleaded with him,
cutting
part
up
of Lewis
fish.
kept sailing on.
Because he was lost in his own mind at that point. Still moving. Only interested in the world he created inside his mind.
He heard rumours of her.
That's a bit weird. Handsome queen, beautiful prince.
Handsome queen.
That's... I mean, it is a word that's sometimes used for women. Who knows?
The queen was on her own quest for...
I don't know, let's go for sinister serpents.
Sinister serpents.
We're creating like a weird text adventure. Oh, through the ring. Oh, or kill the serpent, yeah, one of the two.
He followed
It's
the
interesting.
sound of her.
Yeah, she's gonna have an electric sitar because
Electric sitar.
makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't go over the... Gotta go over the musical notes, otherwise...
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Oh. A golden palace.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Even when he couldn't actually see what he was doing anymore.
His imagination. But he was so proud of having created it.
Why can't he go in?
In his own eyes,
We had
he
to cut a
became
fish for him to
something
get
greater
in.
than a king.
Well, he was a god, wasn't he? If this was his world that he created in his mind, and he could
Someone
be
who
whatever he
never known
wanted to
success
be,
in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
you know. But yeah,
And then it struck him that the
he
real
gets
Lewis
stuck in
was not
that.
the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps
Yeah.
of the Golden Palace.
he lost himself in the fantasy rather than in what was actually going on.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Yeah.
It was hard to argue with him.
I guess this is him leaving the cannery. Isn't there nothing? L.P. Brown's cannery. Is that blood on the floor? This will be his locker. Games console of the portable variety. Same art as before. Of course, he would have to have one of those
Began to
stickers.
forget the world we know.
Soon his world was the cannery and what he could do while he was
I think it pained him
there.
to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Probably. Probably. No, wait, that would require him to put to the left. Probably slightly resented that part of his life, did he?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
That's him. Hey, what are you doing? You're not even doing it anymore.
I still thought I could save him.
Did he go up here?
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
He did. He went up this, didn't he? And ended up...
The palace would be packed with his
Yeah.
companions.
Hello, hello. Greetings, as you might say in this situation. It's a strange sort of story, you know?
insisted on inviting me.
Because it can be really depressing, and then it can also be really upbeat. But the subject matter is obviously not the happiest. We are talking about the states of people who very shortly died.
Holding his crown.
His queen was waiting, holding his crown. She's dressed in one of those dresses with the... Just put the crown on, I guess. So that's not a throne. So it's like the cannery when he's chopping off the fish heads. I thought this was going to be a more upbeat story, but it's quite clear that that's a guillotine. It's quite clear to me that
And the rest I think you know.
he put his head in the thing.
Your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
He put his head in the fish chopper. God. Not a great way to go.
I wish you could have met him.
We seem to have learned about just about everybody. What's that?
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Yeah, because his dad was from India. Made him feel different in a...
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited
Start
until the day
packing.
before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it
So
easier or
presumably
harder.
this is her room? It'd be interesting if she walks in here and finds her brother alive.
But I understand why we left.
Yeah, so this is her.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Leaving everything, yeah. There's a lot of stuff just left lying around.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
What exactly happened? That's the question. On that night,
But it
when
had to
everyone
end
ran
one
away.
way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Go on then. And so we will tell you about the last night. What should say to sit on her bed with her quill and write, I guess, her part of the
The
story.
whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Oh wait, so she was still there?
Supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go?
Present in the hall.
The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Argue?
All leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith,
Yeah.
you're excused.
It's clear that she wasn't gonna leave. I mean, she'd been there for, you know, she's over 100 years old.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom said the
Candles in
library,
place.
I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Through this
Or
through this cupboard.
to it.
Is that going to be something we're going to have to go into at some point later on?
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
No, it's been going on since they were...
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead
Does she?
because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith
Is it
and I
the stories that killed them? I don't think the stories killed them. So they're going to leave. She decides that they're going to leave that night.
Send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's
Only time for one.
This is about what happened on the night you were born.
So what happened?
That night, the tide went way, way out.
Way out?
It was the first and
What, like it
last
allowed you to
time
walk
I
out
ever
to the
saw old house.
old house?
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled.
And you were able to walk to the old house. Well, of course it smelled awful.
I've seen that house every day of my life.
But never close up.
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Hmm. Should be quite excited about going back to it, I would imagine.
I lost my way.
The fog rolls in and she loses her way. Well, it's just straight ahead of me. How can I lose my way?
I got turned around.
Hmm. She got turned around. Okay, yeah, but where?
I wandered.
Mm-hmm. So this must be before that boy got put there.
Seeing things.
A deer. It's possible deer went out to it. While there was, you know, ground
Things
there.
I'd forgotten had ever
Don't know if a
existed.
deer would eat like seaweed or whatever.
But
What's this?
when I saw them, they felt like old
A bed.
friends. That night, a lot
Wheelchair.
of things came back to me.
And there's some sort of
Or maybe
dresser.
I came back to them.
And a gate to open. Question is, how's she going to get back to land if the tide decides to come in?
I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Yeah, well,
I kicked and
she did rip it,
Mom dragged me to the car.
and they left.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Bye.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
She disappeared.
After that, we
Bye,
moved around a
Granny.
lot.
Trying to escape from the curse. I mean, if the curse followed them
We both
from
tried to make the best of it.
Europe, you know, I'm just going out on a limb and saying, I don't think
A few years went by.
that moving around will make any difference. Put the letters out. Woo. Okay, so there's not really anything I have to do other than shake this back and forward, it would appear. Is there someone I've missed?
My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Ah,
but she started getting sick a lot.
Mum was sick,
The rest happened pretty quickly.
and then she passed away, I guess. There's her in
She
hospital.
got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Hmm.
And then there was
Not
Mom.
easy. Not easy.
The last Finch left alive.
Hmm. And what's going to happen to you?
Until I found out about you.
The baby she's
I'm
got
still not
inside
sure
her.
what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things.
Doubt it.
But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes
There's a lot of things that are
and appreciate how strange
never
and
going to be
brief all of
understandable.
This is.
This is from the perspective of the baby.
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Birth canal.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Well, it strikes me that you might be
I
meeting...
guess if you're reading this now, things didn't
Maybe.
work out that way.
Well, who knows?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry
And
I
hers
don't get to
ends.
see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Edith Finch, 1999 to 2017. And her child drops that. So she was only 18 in the end. And the curse claims another victim. That was actually a very good story. Engaged with it really right from the beginning, I think, and I can understand why it got all the love that it got as a game, because it is really actually, you know, although you didn't really do an awful lot in it, it was a very good narrative, and that's very important, I think, in a game. You know, you can get plenty of games where the storyline isn't, you know, is almost an afterthought. And obviously, I think this handled everything really well. So yeah, that's a really good game. Probably not something you're going to play again, you know, after you've done it, but yeah, destination is one thing, but the journey to get there is also very important. Thanks very much for tuning in tonight and watching me play through this. Keep an eye on my Twitter page. It's twitter.com/supernautis. There you'll find out when I'm going live, about 10 PM UK time usually. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've had some good news on the house front that I was talking about the last little while. It looks like we'll be looking at moving into a new property at the beginning of May. And so there will be a period where I may not be able to stream as often. Wait, there's achievements for seeing people's names in the credits. Anyway, yeah, so that's sort of the beginning of May, should I say. So there'll be a period there where I might not be streaming as much because I'll have to make sure all my internet connections up and my desk's all set up and things like that as well, because I intend to have a dedicated space rather than the corner of the living room. But more on that later, and what I'll probably do as well is we can maybe do some live streaming of what's happening when I'm setting things up, what's happening when the move's happening and all the rest of it. We'll see how that goes, whether I want to do that or we'll see. So thanks for tuning in. As I say, keep an eye on my Twitter page, and remember, if you want to look at my other streams that I've done up till now, head over to YouTube and go and look for Supernautis streams. There you'll find all my streams that I've done from beginning to now and continuing onward into the future. Thanks very much for now, guys, and good night.